says, if you have a guest suggestion, you should send it to PawsProTV@AOL.com.
I know it's good. I know it's that good. I'm telling you. Hi, welcome back here to the show. This is Steve. Steve, what's your last name? Gooseman. And you are an artist that kind of just quick art. I mean, if you would, but what would you refer to it as?
Well, I have a career as an illustrator, so I'm really trained as an illustrator. So I'm known for Olympics, sports-related artwork. And
I've never done anything in my life art-wise, and you have taught me how to paint. Don't know how good it's going to be in a matter of minutes here. Now, but when you talk about illustrator, I want to show some of your works too as we're going here. But you've kind of given me a quick lesson on art. What am I doing? What kind of art is this?
Well, the theory of painting is
still life.
Yeah,
it's a still life. But the thing is that what you're making a watercolor, and what you're doing is you're drawing with color and pastels. And it's a process that, once is layered, will surface as a painting. So you're starting with a watercolor.
Sure it will.
And it will eventually, the process allows one to add many other materials over that. So what you're essentially doing is making a painting of a watercolor of this vase right here in flowers. And,
Look at you. You're dipping your brush. You're spraying the thing.
I've got it down.
You do.
I've been working on this, and and now just coming in and doing the leaves a little bit.
A little patient.
Yeah.
Oh, no patience now. You told him how to speed paint.
I'm going to do this because I've been working on this.
A big brush.
That's the big one.
This has a little bit of a rose color to it.
I was getting to that. I was going to put a flower right on top of there. I was going to put a flower, kind of. But you draw it all. I mean,
you're drawing actually with color. So you could use like something to draw with. Crayon or pencil.
And that kind of will blend it all in.
Yeah, and then the color will support that.
Sure it will.
When he's done with it, it will look good.
Yeah, I think I'm heading in the right direction. But you've got some work here that you're working on now, and
These I've started. These are Valentine's Day themes in a class we started. I teach this technique, and this is a combination of pastels and watercolor. And these are kind of Valentine themed paintings.
But I guess this is something that the more you do it, the more it's just a vision starts coming in, and you can start seeing because basically what I'm trying to do is look at this and put this down here. But you do it so rapidly. You just come over here and whip things, and to me it doesn't look like anything, but then you look at the completed work and you can see what you're doing.
What happens is it becomes second nature over time, just like anything else. In the beginning, though, it's important for people not to be critical of what they're doing or expect anything. It does take time to become natural with what colors you want to use and bring out, what you want to say in a painting. All this takes time. Although I've seen children and people who've just started painting come up with some incredible paintings. So it
similar to what you're doing right now.
I'm doing this.
I know, that's what I mean. I'm watching the overhead shot. You're not bad.
Are they showing my artwork?
They are.
They're supposed to show Steve's artwork.
No, I think you should use your fingers a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Actually, you can. You can draw with really any kind of thing. Hands, anything.
But I'm amazed because we're using you're making me apply a lot of water.
Yeah, right.
I guess this is oil, water. I mean,
Well, it's water-based, and you have a big sheet of paper there, so you want to use a thin amount of paint over a large area. So that's why you have the bigger brushes, and you're starting with a light color like the yellow, then you're building up over the oranges. And so you don't want to get
I'm using 2 brushes. He's already done 25 brushes before I got it. I'm using 2. But the whole key is the mixing of the paints, I guess.
Well, there's a science to mixing the paints. They're actually, it's light to dark, and there's what's called complementary colors. So you want to watch you don't get into a muddy zone. Although what you're doing is good because you're leaving it alone. If you start moving that around too much,
you shouldn't try to correct it too much.
No.
Good.
It's really a process. Some people work very patiently.
That was a good
work
stem.
quickly.
I don't know about that right there. No. That was a good stem with leaves on. I like that. Now the problem I'm having with is the flower. I mean, how do you?
Well,
is there a way? I want to take something, just go and make a flower.
You've got some started there. So actually, this brush I have is good. Or let's say this one. You use this one.
Okay.
And you can actually support
the
that.
Heck with his work. I want to finish mine.
You can hang that on your fridge when you get home, huh?
This is the first of many. I'm telling you, because I was telling Steve, it's something I've always wanted, but I can't do stick people. But to be an artist,
there's.
You mean you can only do stick people?
No, I can't do stick people. I get messed up. You want to see one? I am going to make a stick people flower. How's that? But now you say I use this to kind of highlight it?
Yeah, if you support that, just connect with the brush very carefully. And you don't want it to be too thin. You can use a little more paint. Here's the color here. And what you can do is kind of follow. Every pattern in nature has a pattern, a spiral pattern or some type of a pattern. So with florals, they spiral out. So
as long as I'm
there you go. Circle. If you find some way to study a little bit, so it
that looks like a heart now.
That was a complete circle there, Kevin.
Well, actually,
it's a spiral.
Yeah.
Actually, interesting enough, a circle is a very good way to start a painting.
This isn't the outfit to wear, though.
From a circle.
This is not the outfit to wear on when I'm painting.
You're doing pretty good right now.
I want to dive into this, but I don't have the right because
this is actually
don't quit now.
Don't quit now.
Wait a minute. Now he's going to come over and start. He want to take credit for this. I assisted. You can see that. You can see this coming in, right? I mean,
this is.
But let's talk about some of your work, because I guess you display it all over.
I actually have shows regularly, and I teach. I've actually worked as an illustrator in New York City for about 14 years, so I was kind of top of my field with that. Then I moved back into this area, and which would be the southern New Jersey, Philadelphia area.
Right.
And I've been working a lot, painting landscapes, seascapes, teaching, painting murals, quite a busy life. I travel and paint. I've had shows in Maine, in the Adirondacks. I just had one recently. So
now, because I'm looking at some of your pieces now. Some of it, I look at and like these are absolutely gorgeous. You just
hang on. Let me interrupt Tim because you can't see the monitor. They have the snow blossom or apple blossom one on the.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. And then you get over these are very nice. I mean, you sitting here looking at them. If you can come this way just a little bit and just tell me what we're looking at. Where did you find that?
This is a painting. I often will paint. Nature is one of the strongest themes that I connect with. So springtime, this would be an apple blossom tree. And so I'd paint a series of these, going from spring until summer. And this particular one is painted in water mixable oil. So the color starts with a watercolor, and it slowly builds up onto getting an effect with glazes and color and pastels to what you're seeing now.
It's really cool too because it looks like the wind's kind of blowing and the blossoms are all going everywhere.
He's got one that I'm really interested in, and if you could get a shot of that, Daps, I'd really appreciate it. And that's the one in the frame on the floor down here, the waterfall itself. I mean, or the waves hitting the rocks. That's my wife. You know how she is with those type of views. And I looked at that, and I thought that is absolutely gorgeous.
That's awesome.
Now, where are we at there?
Well, these are also available in print. This particular painting did win an award, and the florals here, that's painted in pastel, but a lot of these are available in print and G-Clay.
You said this was like where did you say, Long Island or something?
Long Beach Island.
Long Beach Island.
So many seascapes I have that are painted.
Don't pay attention to her. She's just counting. She has trouble. We take this a little. Daph's telling us we're going to have to wrap it up, but find more of your work. Where can I go? Is there a website?
Actually, you go to stevekuzma.com, and I have a website there. I have a line of prints. I have paintings that are larger, fine art.
Give me an idea. What would one of your originals cost?
Well, the originals would start at like $400, $500, and they go up.
So mine's $250. You got a better deal here. I got to wrap. Steve, it was a pleasure. I'm going to finish up my. Hopefully, you'll stay around and do some things while Catherine Boyd is coming out and playing her fiddle. I'm going to keep playing. Catherine's going to have to play around me. That's all there is to it. We got to take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back here. I just want to turn around and introduce Catherine Boyd on fiddle or violin, if you would. And you can catch her over in Atlantic City. Steve, I want to thank you for coming over. And Catherine, I want to send out something special to my wife for Valentine's. This way I don't have to buy anything. So if you would, as we continue with our artwork,
give her the picture.
Tender. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna put this on T-Bay. Put this out for sale because I have completed. I guess Daps has a shot of it. I'll just leave it down there. Catherine, if you would. Steve, we can continue working here. Is that it, Daps? We're out of here. Thanks. Bye.